Hello conservation crew. We're back with another Nature Diaries today, and we've decided after a lot of driving trying to find somewhere to go for a nice walk, we've ended up at Stoke Gabriel. And this is somewhere that I used to come quite regularly in my first year of university because I was doing an animal behaviour project where I was comparing the behaviour of wild mallard ducks to some captive ducks we had at the college. So it's nice to come back. We're just currently walking through the orchard full of apple trees, and we're going to walk down to the river, and there's usually lots of cormorants and mallards and, you know, lots of seabirds and things, so hopefully we'll get a nice little walk. If not, we'll get a view. As usual, Stu's taken us off track into the wild. So when we're out and about, and especially in like estuary kind of areas or in woodland or whatever, where there's kind of dark, moist and damp areas, we like to look underneath rocks and logs and things to see if there's any newts or frogs or just anything else cool kind of hiding under the rocks and stuff. So when you're out and about, rather than just walking past these things, it's definitely worth having a look underneath because you never know what you might find. Doesn't seem to matter where we go in Devon, we always find a little flock of goldfinches, and they're definitely one of my favourite songbirds. So what's your favourite songbird? Comment below. Some seagulls quite literally like fighting to the death for something. They're going to fly past now. There they are. They had each other's beaks in each other's mouths and they just wouldn't let go. I don't know, maybe one of them had a fish. Oh, a cormorant! I've always wanted to walk over this, so it's like when the tide's out you can walk over this path, but if the tide's in you can't because it's in the water. And the tide is low enough for us today, so we're going to walk over to the other side and hopefully we'll have a nice little walk in this woods. But there's a egret over there, so I'm going to try my best. I haven't got any other equipment with me today apart from my phone. I'm trying not to slip because it's, you know, so I'll try and get some footage of it basically. Now, since the introduction to this video, I can hear you all asking, what did you find out in your research, Laura, when you were studying wild and captive ducks? So I'm going to tell you. So it was actually quite interesting. I collected 24 hours of data, 12 hours on the wild ducks, 12 hours on the captive ducks. And the wild ducks, as you would expect, are quite active. They spend a lot of time grooming and swimming and feeding and socialising, making calls. The most prevalent behaviour I seem to remember, because I don't actually have the paper anymore, I lost all my uni work. But I think it was grooming and swimming, which makes sense. But then compared to the 4 captive ducks that I was studying, They actually just sat on their bums all day long. They were just resting, at rest, a huge percentage of the time, not really doing much. So just says a lot for being wild, doesn't it? You've always got to be on your toes and like looking for food, looking after yourself, and then if you're a captive duck, you're far more likely to become a couch potato, basically. We just saw the egret again, but they're not habituated to humans at all. They're really scatty, which is a good thing. So they fly away when we try and get, well, not near, but we like make a tiniest move and they'll fly away. But it looks like it was basically foraging around here and using the movement of the water to filter through. So that's quite cool. We've headed straight back over because the tide's coming in and I don't want to get stranded on the wrong side of the river because we're parked on this side. So we're heading back. The Stu's spotted some fish, I think. Some bubbles. So we've just worked out what we think the seagulls are fighting over in the water. We keep seeing bubbles and we saw a mullet. So maybe they were fighting over a fish. Hi guys. Unfortunately my camera ran out of battery while we're out in Stoke Gabriel, so this is us back at home, but we had a nice little stroll. Definitely check out Stoke Gabriel, there's lots of bird life, and please make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you enjoy these nature videos or any of our other content, and we'll see you in the next video.